think that I think a lot of times the holiday events and games can be interesting because they can kind of they can put it into context
of their
in the real world.
universe. Yeah.
Right, right. Um,
Yeah, like even WoW even has a Thanksgiving event,
right, right,
which I find that very very rare for games to actually have Thanksgiving events.
right, right. I mean, obviously, it's very much I mean, that's specifically an American thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, let's hear. And seasonal events can be really good for adding in repeatable content as well.
This is true. In Final Fantasy 14, I think they have the Haunted Mansion they've had, for the past 3 years, because obviously it kind of proved pretty popular.
Yeah, they had like 1 year where they didn't do it, and it was something else, and people were just like, bring back the manor.
Right, right.
Yeah, I remember Star Wars Galaxies had a I'm trying to remember what it was. It was a Halloween event that didn't go over very well. Because if I remember correctly, what you had to do in the event was I'm sure you know this bit, but Mos Eisley was the starter city in the post NGE game. Like that's the city where everyone started at, so it was usually the most populated hub.
Right.
And so in Mos Eisley, you had to trick or treat with NPCs. And I didn't think it was that bad of an event at first, because it was very similar to a Final Fantasy 11 Halloween event that I had done, a couple years beforehand, where basically you just run around, you talk to an NPC, you get a costume, and you run around and talk to NPCs.
Right, right.
And if I remember correctly, you had to wear the right costume for the right NPC. So it's a little bit of trial by error, but once you knew which NPCs wanted what, you could just run around and just swap on the fly. What are we doing?
We're trying to look at the drone.
I don't... With 5 people, this should be freaking easy. But the issue with the event was that the payouts were very, very low per repeatable quest or what have you. So it ended up being this super, super grind to get some relatively nice and useful decorations, though.
Right. But it just took a while to get them all.
So like you really ended up wanting to just grab the priority items and not really worry about duplicates. I remember like there was a fog machine you could get, and it was a very, very useful decoration for making kind of a spooky room. So like it was useful for general purpose, not just Halloween. And it was only available that 1 year, and there was no way to get it afterwards.
Right, right.
That's the one thing I didn't like about Star Wars Galaxies with their events. It was that if you missed 1 year, you were screwed. Oh no, our game's bugged.
That's obnoxious, though.
I don't believe our game's bugged at all.
What the hell you say?
Just...
Yeah, even so, just waiting for the players. 3 out of 5.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is so messed up, man.
Yeah.
But then that Christmas event following was so easy to get all the items. I think I had like 25 duplicates of every item. I think I had like 100 trees because I hoarded them and I was gonna sell them later.
Right.
But everyone had so many of them.
Everybody had a ton of them. So.
Yeah. The market didn't really play out that well.
Dejara said the same problem with the first couple of years of Guild Wars 2. Living Story is fun, but you missed it and it was gone.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was playing Guild Wars 2 when they first started the Living Story thing. I never really got into it. I didn't understand it at the time. Gonna change.
That's one of the things that kind of irritates me a little bit about Final Fantasy, though, is they have the stuff that's only available during that year, and like so if you roll an alt afterwards, like you're kind of shit out of luck. Or like I had a problem where basically I had a problem basically where I didn't know the event was limited, so like when it started. Like on my main on 14, I like to collect minions, and so I missed this one minion from, I think it was like Little Ladies Day, another non-Western holiday, mind you. But I missed the minion from that, and eventually a friend bought it for me. But like they put all the stuff on the cash shop afterwards.
Right. Oh my goodness. What is happening?
What's up?
Okay. Every time I load into Orvalis, just bad things happen.
Yeah, like you start roboting
and the stream goes to all hell.
Right. Maybe we should swap to a different game after this then.
I'm thinking, what do you want to play after this?
You suggested trying Smite, so we're gonna excite people with how bad we are.
Yeah, I've never played. Yeah, let's do that. I've never played it. Let's do it. Let's piss all the people off.
I mean, I'll just lose. I mean, I'm not gonna. It's been like several months since I played it. Actually, it's probably been about a year since I played it.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I'll take the cash shop over not being able to get the items ever again.
Well, I think the Star Wars Galaxies thing was probably their attempt at doing what was called in Ultima Online. They had the system of rares where they give stuff that kind of like was there for one time, and then you rares, and then basically wasn't available again, but for a good trading fund.
Right. Yeah, because I just remember one like none of the items I really cared about that much, except for one in particular one. where it was a anniversary item, and it was a like a eyeglass that you could look kind of like a I'd have to pull it up, but like a modular eyepiece that was like a computer screen in front of your character's eye.
Okay.
And I quit the game after a while, but this was like I think it was like the 5th year anniversary. And I came back a few years later because like I just had that itch to play Star Wars Galaxies again, and and there were server migrations that happened, and everyone that I knew moved servers, and I wasn't paying $10 to move my character over to another server.
Right.
So I started a new character, and try to remake my character and all that, and but I could never get that eyepiece.
Right.
I mean, some people sold it, but it's like hundreds of millions of credits because it's
Yeah, like I said, like Ultima Online had the rares market. I bet you that basically what they were trying to kind of duplicate was like there's these certain very rare things that some people own and other people don't. So, and they become even more rare, as people who have them, like stop playing and but don't unload the item.
Which is fine when you're not playing a dying game.